Hi everyone, so welcome to my channel. So in the previous video we have discussed about the concept related to exercise number 3, and in this video I am going to discuss the problems of exercise number 1.3. right? So let us see the first question. So write the following rational numbers in their decimal form. So first of all we need to write the given rational numbers in their decimal form and also state which are terminating and which are non-terminating repeating decimals. So first of all you need to convert these into decimal forms, and after that so we need to say whether these are terminating decimals or non-terminating repeating decimals. Right, let us see the question number 1. So question number 1 is 3 by 8. So question number 1 is 3 by 8. Now if you observe the denominator, so 3 by 2 power 3. So 8 I can write it as 3 by 2 power 3. So we are having 2 power 3 here. So what I am going to do is I am going to multiply with 5 cube and divide with 5 cube. Then I am going to have 3 into 5 cube by 2 cube into 5 cube. Then this I can write it as, so 3 into 125. So 3 into 125 divided by, so this is nothing but 10 cube. So 3 into 125 by 10 cube. So this I can write it as, so 3 into 125, so 300 plus 75 is 375. So 375 by 10 cube. So which I can write it as 0.375. 0.375. So this 3 by 8 I can write it as 0.375. So since it contains the denominator in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, hence we can call this decimal as terminating decimal. We can call it as terminating decimal. Okay, next moving on to question number 2. So if you observe question number 2, so 229 by 400. So 229 by 400. So this 229 by 400, how can I write this as? So this is 229 divided by 400. So this 400 I can write it as, so 4 into 100. So already we are having 100 here. So this 4 I can write it as 2 square. So to make the 2 square as a 10 square, what I can do is, so if you observe this, so this I can write as 229 by, so this is 2 square into 100 into, so I am going to multiply with 5 square and divide with 5 square, so that this becomes 10 square. So this I can write it as 229 into, so 5 square is 25 divided by, so this is 100 and this is also 100. So this I can write as 10 power 4. So 10 power 4. Now 229 into 25. So when you multiply, I am going to get 5725. When I multiply 229 into 25, I am going to get 5725 divided by 10 power 4. So this I can write it as 0.5725. 0.5725. So if you clearly observe, there is no bar. That means this is a terminating decimal. This is a terminating decimal. Right? So if you observe the denominators, so the denominators are of the form 2 power n into 5 power m, hence these are terminating decimals. Right? So 4 1 by 5. Third question is 4 1 by 5. So this I can write as, so this is nothing but a mixed fraction. So 4 1 by 5 I can write as 4 5s are 20 plus 1. So this I can write as 21 by 5. If you observe it carefully, so in the denominator you are having 5. So we can give support of 2 to this, so that the denominator will become 10. So I have multiplied with the 2 and divided with the 2. Then I am going to have 21 2s are 42 divided by 10. This I can write it as 4.2. So clearly this is also a terminating decimal. So this is also a terminating decimal. Right, next moving on to question number 4. So 2 divided by 11. So in the denominator you don't have the factors of 2 and 5. So clearly it doesn't have factors of 2 and 5. So that's why we need to do the process of division. So 11, here it is 2. So since 2 is not divisible by 11, so what we should do is you need to consider 0 point, then this becomes 20. So 11 ones are 11. Then I will be left with 9 followed by 0. Then 11 8s are 88. Again you are going to get 2. So the same process will be repeated. So 0.181818. So this 2 by 11 I can write it as 0.181818 and so on. That means this is 0.18 bar. So 0.18 bar. So since it contains the bar, we can say that it is non-terminating repeating decimal. We can say that it is non-terminating repeating decimal. So non-terminating repeating, we can simply call it as NTR. So simply you can remember as NTR, right? Next 8 by 125. So 8 by 125 means, so 8 by 125 can be written as 5 cube. So here you should be clear about squares and cubes. Here we are having 5 cubes, so that's why we are multiplying with 2 cube in the denominator and multiplying with 2 cube in the numerator. Then 8 into 2 cube. So 2 cube is 8, 8 8s are 64 divided by 10 power 3. So 64 divided by 10 power 3. Now after the decimal point, how many place values should be? So how many decimal places should be? 3. But in the numerator we are having only 2 digits. So that's why the answer will be 0.064. So 0.064. So why we are keeping 0 means, so since we are having 10 cube in the denominator, so whenever you are having 10 cube in the denominator, you should have 3 decimal places after the decimal point. But here we are having only 2 digits. So that's why to make it a 3 digit, we are going to add a 0 in the front. So because of that there won't be any change in the number, but this particular thing comes, right? So 0.064, it is a terminating decimal. So among all these, so what we can say? So this is a terminating decimal. So first, so 1, 2, 3 and 5 are terminating decimals because the denominator contains 2 power n into 5 power m form, whereas the fourth bit, so it is having 11 in the denominator, so which means that it is not having 2 power n into 5 power m form in the denominator. So that's why it is a non-terminating repeating decimal, right? Next, moving on to question number 2. So is asking, without performing division, state whether the following rational numbers will have a terminating decimal form or a non-terminating repeating decimal form. So for this, what do you know about this? If the denominator contains 2 power n into 5 power m form, if the denominator contains 2 power n into 5 power m form, then we can clearly say that it is a terminating decimal. And other than 2 power n into 5 power m, if you are having any other prime factors, you can say that it is a non-terminating repeating decimal, right? So in these particular things, so first of all we need to see whether the given p by q forms are co-primes or not. So first of all, question number 1. So 13 by 3125. So here 13 is a prime number and 3125, so it doesn't contain 13 factor, right? So that's why what we need to do is we need to write this 3125 in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, or simply what we can do is by using the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, 3125 is a composite number, so you need to do its prime factorization. Okay, first of all do prime factorization for 3125. So in 5 table we can start with 3125. So 5 6 is 30. So 5 2s are 10. Next 25 means 625. Again in 5 table. So 5 1s are 5. 5 2s are 10. 5 5 is 25. Again in 5 table. So 5 25 is 125. again in 5 table, right? So from this what I can say, so 3125 I can write it as 5 power 5. 5125 I can write it as 5 power 5. So clearly this particular denominator is of the form 5 power n. So 5 power m into 2 power 0. So 5 power n into 2 power 0. Then what we can say, it is a terminating decimal. So it is a terminating decimal. It is a terminating decimal. Next 11 by 12. Here 11 and 12 are co-primes. Then only the denominator. So 12 I can write it as 2 square into 3, right? 2 square into 3. So 2 square into 3. So since we don't have 5, I can write 5 power 0. Other than 2 and 5, I have one more prime factor 3. Hence, it is non-terminating repeating decimal. So already we have discussed, other than 2 and 5, if you have extra prime factor, then it is non-terminating repeating decimal. Right? Next, what about this? So 64 means 2 power 6. Next 455. So we need to find out the value of prime factorization of 455. So start with 5 table. So 5 9s are 45. So 5 1s are 5. Next, which table? So 7 table. So 7 1s are 7. 7 3s are 21. So 5 into 7 into 13. Now since it doesn't contain so two factors, so there is no possibility of cancellation. Now this denominator 455, I can write it as, so 5 into 7 into 13. So that means it contains 2 power 0. So other than 5 and 2, we are having other prime factors here. It is not in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. So other than 2 power n into 5 power m, we are having two more factors, 7 and 13. Hence it is non-terminating repeating decimal. Hence it is non-terminating repeating decimal. Next, coming to 15 and 1600. Now this I can write it as, so 15 means, so what is 15? 3 into 5 by 1600. So 1600 means 100, I can separate it out, and this 16 I can write it as 2 power 4. Are you clear? So once again, so 16 into 100. So again I can write as 3 into 5 by 16 means 2 power 4 into 100, I can write it as 2 square into 5 square. So this 5 in 5 square, I can cancel it out 5 times. Then this particular question's denominator, so here dr means denominator, so the denominator I can write it as 2 power 6 into 5 power 1. So it is in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. Hence it is a terminating decimal. Hence it is a terminating decimal. Right? Next, 29 by 343. So 343. So here you need to have command on squares and cubes. So 343 means nothing but 7 cube. So 7 cube I can write as 2 power 7 cube into 2 power 0 into 5 power 0. So other than 2 and 5, we are having 7 as prime factor. Hence it is a non-terminating repeating decimal. Understood? So it is a non-terminating repeating decimal. So other than 2 and 5 factors, if you are having other prime factors, then simply it is a non-terminating repeating decimal. Next, moving on to the next question. So here if you observe, 23 is a prime number. Next, 2 cube into 5 square. So here clearly denominator is already prime factorized. So no need of doing prime factorization for this. Then directly what I can say, denominator contains 2 power n into 5 power m form. So the denominator is of the form 2 power n into 5 power m. Hence it is a terminating decimal. Hence it is a terminating decimal. Next, what about this? So we are having 2 power 5 power, and here if you observe 7 power 5. 7 power 5. Other than 2 and 5 prime factors, we are having 7 prime factor. Hence it is a non-terminating repeating decimal. So here the explanation you should be clear. So it is not in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, hence it is a non-terminating repeating decimal. Here if you observe 9 by 15, so 9 by 15 means, so 9 you can write it as 3 into 3 by 15 I can write it as 3 into 5. So 133 gets cancelled. So this is nothing but the simplified form of p by q. Now if you observe the denominator, so denominator is of the form 2 power n into 5 power m. So here the denominator is of the form 2 power 0 into 5 power 1, hence it is a terminating decimal. So here the only thing that you need to understand is, so by looking at the question you will think that 15 is equal to 3 into 5. So other than 5 we are having 3 as other prime factor, hence it is a non-terminating repeating decimal. That is wrong. So you should not treat like that. Okay. So here what you should do is, here clearly 9 and 15 are having a common factor 3. So first of all we need to cancel that. Okay, hence it is wrong. So this consideration is wrong. So this approach we need to follow. Next 36 by 100. So 36 by 100 means, so this is nothing but 6 square. So 6 square means 2 square into 3 square divided by 2 square into 5 square. Is that right? So 36 means 6 square. So 6 square means 2 square into 3 square by 100 means 2 square into 5 square. So 2 square gets cancelled. So this is 3 square by 5 square. Now if you observe the denominator, it is in the form of 2 power 0 into 5 power 2. Hence it is a terminating decimal. Right? So 77 by 210. So 77 I can write it as 7 into 11 by 210 I can write it as 7 into 3 into 10. 7 3s are 21. 21 into 10, 210. So 7 gets cancelled. Now finally what I am having? 3 into 2 into 5. Now if you observe the denominator, so denominator is of the form, now if you observe the denominator, so 3 into 2 into 5. So here other than 2 and 5 we are having one more prime factor 3. Hence what we can say? It is a non-terminating repeating decimal. Understood? So in this way we can decide whether it is a terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal. Right? Next, moving on to question number 3. So write the following rationals in the decimal form using 1.2. So that is theorem number 1.2, fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So these are the things which we should follow, right? So we need to convert these rationals into decimal form. So for that what I can do? So question number 1, 13 by 25. Now if you observe this, I can write as 13 by 25 means 5 square. So what is missing here? So 5 square means you can take 2 square. So 2 square in the numerator and 2 square in the denominator. So 13 into 2 square. So 13 4s are 52 by 5 square is, so 5 square into 2 square is 10 square. So 13 4s are, so what is the value of 13? So 13 4s are 52. Right? So this I can write it as 0.52. So 0.52 is the answer. Next, moving on to question number 2, 15 by 16. So 15 by 16 I can write as 15 by 2 power 4. So since we are having 2 power 4 here, so 2 power 4 should be multiplied with 5 power 4. So this gives me, so 5 power 4. So what is the value of 5 power 4? So 5 power 4 is 625. So 15 into 25 divided by 10 power 4. So this I can write as, so 15 into 25. So 5 5s 25. So 2 is carried. So 5 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. right? So 1 5s are 5, 1 2s are 2. So what I am going to get? So 375. So 375 divided by 10 power 4. But here if you observe, here we are having only 3 digits. Here we are having 10 power 4. That means this I can write it as 0.0375. 0.0375. Next, moving on to question number 3. So what is given? 23 by 2 cube into 5 square. 2 cube into 5 square. Now if I can provide one more 5, so that 2 cube and 5 cube will become. So we are going to multiply with 5. So 5 3s are 15. So 5 2s are 10 plus 1 is 11 by 2. So 2 cube into 5 cube is nothing but 10 cube. So this I can write as 0.115. So 0.115. Next, moving on to question number 4. So question number 4 is 7218 divided by 3 square into 5 square. So first of all, we need to prime factorize this 7218. So 7218, on doing prime factorization, what I am going to get? 7218. So first 2 table. So 2 3s are 6, 2 6s 12. Next 2 9s are 18. So this becomes 3609. Next followed by 3. So 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. Next again in 3 table. So 3 4s are 12. So 3 1s are 3. Next this 401. So what is the prime factorization of 401? So how can I write this as? So 2 into 3 square into 401 divided by 3 square into 5 square. So here 3 square and 3 square we can cancel it out. Next finally, so what I am going to have? 2 into 401 by 5 square. So this 5 square, when I attach with the 2 square, then it becomes 10 square. So that's why I am multiplying and dividing with the 2 square. Then what I am going to have? So 401 into 8. So 401 into 8 is nothing but 8 1s are 8, 800, 8 4s are 32. So this I can write it as 3208 divided by 100. So 3208 divided by 100 means after decimal point we should have 2 place values. So it is nothing but 32.08. Next, moving on to fifth one, 143 by 110. Now 143 I can write it as 11 into 13 divided by 11 into 10. Now 11 gets cancelled. Finally I am left with 13 by 10. So this I can write as 1.3. So likewise, if you observe carefully, there are some common factors, so which on doing cancellation we are going to get the decimal value, right? Next, moving on to question number 4. So this question is from Telangana state textbook. So express the following decimals in the form of P by Q and write the prime factors of Q. What do you observe, right? So question number 1, 43.123. So 43.123 means, so you can multiply with 1000 and divide with 1000 to remove the decimal value, so the decimal point, so that this becomes 43123 divided by 1000. Now so 43123 divided by 1000 can be written as 2 cube into 5 cube, right? Next, moving on to question number 2. So what is question number 2? So 0.1201 1201, sorry, one extra. So 1201 201, right? So after decimal point, how many decimal places are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So that's why I am going to multiply with 10 power 7 and divide with 10 power 7. Then I can write it as 1201 divided by 2 power 7 into 5 power 7. 2 power 7 into 5 power 7, right? Next, moving on to third question. So third bit is nothing but 43.12. So 43.12. So on this 12 we are having bar, right? Now to solve this, what I should do, so I need to consider the given thing as for x, right? Then this I can write as 43.121212 and so on. So since the periodicity is 2, so we need to multiply this with 100. So from this what I am going to 100x is equal to 4312.121212 and so on, and x I can write it as 43.121212 and so on. When I do subtraction, what I am going to get, so 99x is equal to, so here after the decimal point we are having 1 2, so those will get cancelled. So 12 minus 3 is 9. So 12 minus 3 is 9. Next here 10 minus 4 is 6, and this becomes 42. Now from this x is equal to 4269 divided by 99. So is there any possibility of cancellation? So 4 plus 2 6. Now in 3 table if I cancel it out, so 3 1s are 3, next 3 4s are 12, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s 9, by in 3 table if I cancel it out, 33. Next if I see furthermore, 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 3 10. So there is no cancellation for 3 table. So if I go with 11 table, so in 11 table 11 ones are 11, next 32. So 32 means, so 2 times 22, so it is not cancelling. So if you observe the denominator, so we are having 33 in the denominator, so which I can write it as 1423 divided by 3 into 11. Next moving on to the fourth one, 0.63 bar. Now if I consider this 0.63 bar as x, then I can write as 0.6363 and so on. Now since periodicity is 2, we are going to multiply with 100. So 100x is equal to 63.6363 and so on. X is equal to 0.6363 and so on. Now when I do subtraction, what I am going to get, 99x is equal to 63, because after the decimal point everything will get cancelled. X is equal to 63 by 99. So in 3 table or 9 table, so 9 11s are 99, 9 7s are 63, 9 7s are 63, so hence it is 7 by 11. Now if you observe these things carefully, in the first 2 bits the denominator is containing 2 power n into 5 power m form. So 2 power n into 5 power m form. So we can say that they are terminating decimals. So and for 3 and 4 the denominators are containing 3 into 11, and here we are having the prime factor as 11, right? So the prime factors of the denominators are containing 2 and 5 for terminating decimals, that is for first bit and second bit. For third and fourth bit, so we are having 3 and 11 as the prime factors, right? So this is the question, so which is given in Telangana textbook, right? So in Andhra textbook we are having this question. So the decimal form of some real numbers are given below. In each case decide whether the number is a rational number or not. If it is rational and expressed in the form of p by q, what can you say about the prime factors of q, right? Now if you observe the first question, so that question is different from this question, right? So this question is different from the previous one. So in the previous question they have given, so both the numbers as rational numbers, so one is terminating, the other one is non-terminating. So based on that you have to decide how the denominators of the p by q forms. So that is nothing but q r, right? In this question, so you need to identify whether it is a rational number. So if it is a rational number, then only we can write in the form of p by q. And he is asking, so what would be the prime factors of the denominator, right? Now first question, so 43.123456789. If you observe this, so 43.123456789. If you observe, after the decimal point we are having 9 digits. So that is nothing but 9 decimal places, and it stops. That means clearly it is a terminating decimal. It is a terminating decimal. So since it is a terminating decimal, we can write it as p by q form by simply multiplying with the 10 power 9 and dividing with the 10 power 9. Why? Because it is terminating, and after the decimal point we are having 9 decimal places. Hence directly we can write it as 43 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 divided by 10 power 9. Now this particular 10 power 9 I can write it as 2 power 9 into 5 power 9. Right? Now clearly from this what we can say, since it is a terminating decimal, the prime factors of denominator are 2 and 5. Okay, next moving on to question number 2. So in question number 2, here we are having 1 2 0 followed by 1 2 0 0 followed by 1 2 0 0 1 2 4 zeros. Now if you observe this, so there is no particular pattern. That means there is no repetition of block of digits. So that's why, and hence, and one more thing you can see that it is non-terminating, and one more thing, it is non-recurring. So it is not recurring. Hence it is an irrational number. Hence it is an irrational number. So why? Because it is non-terminating, non-repeating. So non-terminating, non-repeating. So that's why it is an irrational number. So we cannot write irrational number in the form of p by q. Hence there is no discussion of p by q form. Right? Next moving on to bit number 3. So what is this? So here since we are having a bar and this is 9, right? So since we are having bar, hence it is a non-terminating repeating decimal. So that's why I am considering it as x. So x is equal to 43.123.456.789 and again 123.456.789 and so on. Now if you want to convert it into p by q form, then what I should do? After decimal point, so we are having 9 decimal places, so which are being repeated. So that's why its periodicity is 9. So that's why we are going to multiply with 10 power 9 into x. So which I can write it as 43 point. So when I multiply with 10 power 9, so this will be changed as 4 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 point 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and so on. Again writing x, so what I am going to get? So 43.123.456.789 and so on. So when I do subtraction, so this whole part will get cancelled. 9 minus 3 is 6, 8 minus 4 is 4 and followed by 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 4 3, and this is nothing but 10 power 9 x minus x. So 10 power 9 means, so 1 followed by 9 zeros. 1 followed by 9 zeros. So when you subtract 1 from 1 followed by 9 zeros, then I am going to have 9 followed by 8 nines. So that means totally we are going to get 9 nines x. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So totally I am going to get 9 nines times of x. So from this I can write this x as 4 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 4 6 divided by 999 999 and 999. So totally 9 nines. Now if you observe the denominator, so denominator contains 9 nines. So these 9 nines I can write it as, so this q I can write it as 3 power 4 into 37 into 333 666 7. So this particular denominator 999 999 999 can be written as 3 power 4 into 37 into 333 666 7, right? So this is nothing but the prime factorization of 9 nines. Okay, so from this clearly what you can observe, whenever you are having terminating decimal, the prime factors are 2 and 5 in the denominator. Since it is non-terminating, non-recurring, hence it is an irrational number, so there is no discussion of p by q form. Next, in the third one, since it is a non-terminating repeating decimal, so by considering it as x, so we have done the process. So based on that, we got 9 9s in the denominator. So the prime factorization of the denominator is 3 power 4 into 37 into 333,667, right? So likewise, by looking at the fraction, so we are able to decide whether it is a terminating decimal or non-terminating decimal, right? So this is all about exercise number 1.3. So thank you for watching the video. Stay connected with the channel for further more videos. So thank you for watching.